Hello guys, in today's video we're going to check out the top 5 best DSLR cameras in the market for this year. I've made this list based on my personal opinion and I tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability and more. To see the price and find out more information about these cameras, you can check out the description below. Also make sure you subscribe to stay up to date with the latest technology reviews. Okay, so let's get started with the video. At number 5, it's the Nikon D3400. The Nikon D3400 is a spectacular entry-level DSLR camera that packs everything that grants a quality photo and video recording. From a design perspective, the Nikon D3400 is available in both black and red colors. Both of them look elegant and share the same specs, so you can choose the color that suits you best. Moving on, thanks to its new sensor, the same case as with the D3300, but without an anti-aliasing filter to slightly unsharpen the image, the D3400 delivers slightly sharper photos in low-light conditions than its predecessor. The Nikon D3400 sports an APS-C size sensor, as is the case with every entry-level DSLR. With its 24.2 MP pixel count, this works over a reasonably wide sensitivity range of ISO 100 to 25600. The D3400 boasts Nikon's X-Speed 4 processing engine, which among everything else allows for 5 FPS burst shooting and full HD video recording up to an impressive 60 FPS, which means that regardless of the surroundings, you can capture fast-moving objects in dim-lit and bright conditions. In addition, Nikon's familiar picture controls are also on range. However, for those who want their images and videos processed into more distinct styles immediately, effects such as super vivid, illustration and toy camera are also accessible through the mode dial. Furthermore, the camera's 11-point AF system features a single cross-type point in the center of its array with a maximum sensitivity down to -1 EV. You can also set the system to focus continuously on a subject, including with Nikon's 3D tracking technology, and the camera can also continue to autofocus in live view and when recording videos. For your information, manual focus is also present, which allows you to select specific areas through the menu and perform with a ring at the very front of the camera's kit lens. However, keep in mind that Wi-Fi hasn't been included inside the body. However, wireless image transmission is still possible through the Snap Bridge feature. To conclude, the Nikon D3400 is a good choice for competent and inexpensive general-purpose first DSLR, which can surprise you in many ways. And considering the price, we definitely recommend this camera since it won't disappoint you in any way. At number 4, it's the Sony A6000. The Sony A6000 is a fantastic mid-range mirror DSLR camera that's oriented towards the beginners and hobbyists who want to capture well-defined photos and videos without spending thousands of dollars in order to feel that pleasure. Design-wise, the A6000 has a handsome black body that is accompanied by a deep grip, multiple controls which are located across the front top and the back, as well as an OLED TrueFinder electronic viewfinder placed at its usual position. For your information, the electronic viewfinder offers 100% frame coverage and has 1.44 million dots, which is really cool due to the fact that you'll be able to shoot wonderful images in almost any lighting. Below the viewfinder, there's a 2.7-inch tiltable 460K dot LCD screen, which will let you tilt it up to 135 degrees or down to 55 degrees, with the intention to ensure that you can always have a clear sight of everything you intend to record. At the side, there are connectivity ports composed of a DC in connector, a microphone jack, one HDMI out, the power input, and a multi-interface port and a dedicated memory card slot. Let's talk about the features. The A6000 is armed with a large Exmor APS HD CMOS 24.2 megapixel sensor and has an ISO range of up to 25600, which is pretty cool, as you'll be able to capture high-resolution photos in low-light conditions without any problem at all. However, if you require more lighting, you shouldn't worry, since all you have to do is take advantage of the built-in pop-up flash. In addition, this unit uses a translucent mirror technology that'll keep track of even the most dynamic objects, so you can taste the benefits of shooting at 8 frames per second without noticing a noise. Before we end, I'd like to inform you that the A6000 uses the steady shot inside image stabilizing technology, which basically means that regardless of the lens you use, this technology will reduce the presence of blur and camera shake, so your shooting sessions will always be great. Overall, the Sony Alpha 68 deserves your attention, so give it a try and assure yourself of its quality. At number 3, it's the Canon EOS A TD. The Canon EOS A TD is an enthusiast-level DSLR for intermediate and professionals who want to capture vibrant photos with a quality picture that really responds to its price. From a design perspective, this unit has a magnesium alloy chassis and a polycarbonate exterior which looks similar to its predecessor, the 70D. But what got my attention the most regarding its construction is that it's moisture and dust resistant, so your creativity can never be hindered by anything. Moving on, at the top back there's its optical viewfinder that has a 45-point all-cross type AF system from which you'll really benefit in terms of autofocus while shooting. Slightly below there's a 3-inch vari-angle LCD touchscreen that will allow you to make vertical rotations of up to 270 degrees and horizontal rotations up to 175 degrees. I'd also like to mention that the display has 1.04 million dots and it's covered with a smudge-resistant coating, which will ensure that you won't see signs of your fingerprints. Let's talk about features. The ATD is equipped with a 24.2 megapixel CMS sensor with a dual pixel CMOS AF, which will play a great role during your photo sessions and video recordings. And if we add the fact that this camera has a continuous shooting speed of up to 7 FPS, it means you can capture fast-moving objects without any blur. Moreover, this camera is powered by a Digic 6 image processor, widely known for its ability to deliver quality content when shooting even in dark conditions, so you shouldn't worry about anything. In addition, another great thing about this camera is its flicker detection system that'll minimize the color disparities and exposure with the intention to provide you with the best possible shooting in different lighting conditions. Moving on, the ATD has a built-in Wi-Fi and NFC support, which I find extremely useful due to the fact that you can transfer your content very quickly to other devices anytime you want. To conclude, if you're looking for a quality DSLR camera that's capable of producing well-defined photos and videos, then the Canon ATD would be the one for you. At number 2, it's the Canon EOS 5D Mark IV. The Canon EOS 5D Mark IV is a premium full-frame DSLR camera with exceptionally powerful specs that gives the camera an advantage when compared to the other cameras in this price range. Design-wise, the Mark IV sports a classy all-black body that holds a large 3.2-inch touchscreen with 1.62 million dots and an exceptionally sharp viewfinder, which is equipped with a 61-point high-density AF system that allow you to have consistent focus tracking in both low and bright light surroundings. When it comes to the connectivities, this unit has HDMI mini out, USB 3.0 terminals, external microphone and headphone ports, dual SD and compact flash card slots, which accept fast UDMA 7 cards, so I have to admit that Canon has done a really good job here. In addition, the Mark IV is Wi-Fi, NFC and GPS enabled, so the process of image transfer to a compatible device will be butter smooth. Considering the controls, well, they're spread across the top, the rear and the back, and trust me, there are indeed many, so you can make dozens of adjustments while shooting images or capturing videos. Now let's talk about the features. The Mark IV is equipped with a 30.4 megapixel full-frame CMOS sensor, which will let you have a consistent and continuous shooting speed of up to 7 frames per second, with the intention to ensure that you'll never miss anything that's in front of you. Moving on, let's not forget the dual-pixel CMOS autofocus, which according to the manufacturer will deliver up to 80% more image plane, and at the same time, it'll let you have an automatic AF and AF tracking, which is awesome. In addition, another great thing about this camera is its default ISO range of 100 to 32,000 that can be expanded to up to 50 to 102,400, which means you won't have any trouble shooting in low light, as I mentioned at the beginning. Moreover, the Mark IV has only a single format available when shooting 4K, but fortunately, its ability to shoot 120 FPS HD videos and the formats available at 1080p compensate the lack of 4K formats. Overall, the Canon EOS 5D Mark IV is a must-have, so don't hesitate to give it a try. And at number 1, it's the Nikon D850. The Nikon D850 is a real sensation, and dozens of users claim that it's a real joy to shoot with this camera due to the fact that this unit is a multimedia powerhouse that can capture exceptional quality images and videos in both bright and low light environments. From a design perspective, the D850 has a sleek, all-black weather-sealed body that holds a 3.2-inch tilting LCD touchscreen with 2.36 million dots, which will offer you a crystal-clear picture of everything you want to record, as well as a large and bright optical viewfinder that will offer you a view equivalent to that of an APS-C format DSLR. Moving on, the controls are extremely intuitive and simple, which is something that I particularly like, because you can easily reach them and make adjustments anytime you want without feeling lost. I'd also like to mention that this camera has an outstanding battery life that can handle up to 1,840 shots, which is awesome since you'll have enough time to capture everything you like. But now, let's talk about the features. The Nikon D850 employs a full-frame, back-illuminated 45.7 megapixel CMOS sensor, which will ensure that you can shoot perfectly defined images in low-light surroundings. But let's not forget the fantastic X-Speed 5 processor that'll effectively process those 45.7 megapixels while reducing the noise, with the intention to make your photos as lifelike as possible. For your information, another great thing worth mentioning about this camera is its continuous shooting rate of 7 frames per second for up to 51 consecutive frames that can be expanded to 9 frames per second if you take advantage of the MB D18 battery pack and D5 battery. So, I have to admit that Nikon did a really good job here. In terms of the video, the Nikon D850 can shoot 4K UHD videos at 30, 25 and 24p, 1080 HD with a DX crop at 60 and 120p, so you can see there's nothing this camera can't do with style. To conclude, the Nikon D850 is worthy of considering, especially if you want to invest in a DSLR camera that'll never disappoint you with its performance. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you found it helpful, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future. If you have any questions related to these products, you can leave a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.